Just drop some chorizo on the floor. I'm going to start by getting some colour on these lovely big chunks of chorizo and let them release some oil. And when I've got colour on all sides, I'm going to remove them from the pan. Chorizo is browned on all sides. A word about the chorizo. It's cooking chorizo, which means it's raw. It's not the cured stuff. It's the raw. You want a cooking chorizo. I'm now going to add the onions. I've lowered the light right down, and I'm going to cook the onions until they're soft on a low light. You can't rush it. Onions are softening. You might notice there's a cat sitting in the kitchen. I don't want to surprise you at the end. I just had an idea while I was waiting for the onions to soften. I always keep a bag of Brussels sprouts in the fridge because I love my greens. I love to have vegetables, and I don't want a great big cabbage because it uses up too much space in the fridge. And I find Brussels sprouts fantastic for a quick cabbagey fix. So I've taken 6 Brussels sprouts and I finally shredded them, and these are going to actually get passed through it right at the end because I love to have some vegetables. So these are nice and soft. I'm now going to add the garlic and ginger. It's got water in it, so it's not going to stick to the pan. Give it a stir, turn the heat up just a little bit, and let that cook out just for a couple of minutes, and then we'll add the spices. Time to add the spices. I'm going to add a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of cumin, and well, it's a very large, let's call it 2 teaspoons actually, of garam masala, because it is those flavors that make it very Goan. The cinnamon, the cardamom, all of the things that go in a garam masala. I'm just going to turn that up again. You just want to cook the spices off for a minute or two. Smells gorgeous. Chopped tomato going in. If you want one of these, it's a dough. It's called a dough. I don't know what it's called. It's a dough thing, but it's so useful for getting stuff in. I'm going to put in the lentils. They've been drained. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to give it all a good stir so that everything is coated. I'm now going to pour in the coconut water that's then been topped up with stock. You can use vegetable stock. I had chicken stock in the fridge. Give it a stir. Once it comes to a simmer, lower the light and cook for about 20 minutes, adding more liquid if it needs it. At this stage, actually, this isn't how recipes are written. I am going to add a couple of spoonfuls of the coconut cream from the tin, and I'm going to keep the rest because I might want to add it later. I'm going to make the little finishing touch ahead of time. The dhal is cooking, so I'm sprinkling some mustard seeds in vegetable oil in a pan, plenty of vegetable oil, and once the mustard seeds start popping, that's hard to say after a Negroni, I'm going to add the spring onion and then finally the curry leaves. So I think this is called tempering, but don't quote me on that. And I think this is what makes, this is called a taka, the crunchy top. So they're popping. I'm going to put in the spring onions just for a minute. And they don't need long. And then I'm going to put in the curry leaves, which I absolutely love. Woo. Oh gosh, that's going all over the kitchen. But I can smell it, and this will be the crunchy stuff that goes on the top at the end. Okay, that's just cooked for about a minute, and I'm just going to remove it to on some paper to drain off all of the oil, and that will just be my garnish along with some coriander. I've decided to add in all of the coconut cream, and I may possibly add some more stock as well. I'm about 5 minutes away from the end of the cooking time of the dal. I have actually tasted it. I'll do it again. It's lovely. Doesn't need anything adding to it. The lentils are cooked, so I'm now going to put in the Brussels sprouts or cabbage. You could add peas, you could add bits of broccoli. I just like to have some veg in my dish, so I'm just going to finish this off and then we will serve it. It's all done. Actually, I've got some what's it called, coriander here, so I'm going to just stir some coriander through it fresh just before serving. Lush. I'm going to fill a serving bowl. So I don't make my dal too soupy. I mean, some of the dals that I was having in India, it's just like soup with lentils. I don't like that. I like it a little bit more robust. Then you've got this lovely crispy, whatever they're called. Honestly, my brain is terrible. There we are. This is Goan spicy sausage dal.